So David Justice, who played or won the World Series with the Atlanta Braves, and who's a Yankees player as well. He sat down with All the Smoke podcast, and they had a conversation about his career and a ton of different things. But in that, his former marriage with Halle Berry came up, and he talked about how if they had had therapy, they might still be together. Let's take a listen.
Honestly, we probably could have made it if I knew about therapy. If we knew about therapy, we probably could have made it, because we never had any major issues like that. Mm-hmm. It's just that because I was young and had only been in, honestly, one real relationship before her, my knowledge and my understanding, my wisdom around relationships just wasn't vast. Mm-hmm. So I'm looking at my mom, and I'm a Midwest guy, so in my mind, I'm thinking a wife at that time should cook, clean.
Traditional.
And then I'm thinking, okay, if we have kids, is this the woman I want to have kids with and build a family with? And at that time, as a young guy, she don't cook, don't clean, don't really seem like motherly. And then we start having issues.
Yeah, so people were really upset about his comments, but
around that time, she had did Losing Out There, and she really wasn't motherly. Hey, yo, my bad, go ahead.
No, I was just saying people took issue with the comments because he said that she wasn't motherly at the time or whatever, but I think in full context, if you look at what he's comparing her to, his mom, growing up where he grew up at, it was a different time. She was a woman paving her own path. She was, very out there, height of her career type of thing.
Mm-hmm. I thought that was a great clip and a great conversation between Matt Barnes and David Justice, because he said, because I always say we are the first generation that has the luxury of healing.
Yes.
He said he didn't know anything about therapy, but the reality is a lot of our parents were going to therapy. They just weren't telling us. We were keeping that a secret from each other. So imagine if he knew about therapy back then. He said that him and Holly probably could have worked it out. He said they didn't have no real issues.
Yeah, I didn't think that there was an issue with it, but I think it's because a lot of people, they probably didn't watch it in full context and watch the full conversation, because even before that, he was talking about how fast everything happened for them. Like, they only knew each other for like 5 months, and they were together from 93 to 96, and she was at the height of her career. He was doing his thing. There was so much happening. And he talked a lot about during that time how they would stay away from like the papers, which we would call now like the blogs and stuff. But they asked him about
the tabloids.
Yeah, they asked him about Deion Sanders, and Deion Sanders playing all sports at one time that he played, and how the team dealt with that. And he said that it was no big deal to them. It was a big deal to the people in the papers who, would just cling on to negativity anyway, but they didn't have an issue with it. I was just telling Charlamagne that I didn't know that it was like not a normal thing for athletes to play multiple sports. Like, the way he talked about it was just like, it was like Deion was getting so much hate for that. I didn't know that was a thing during that time.
You probably can't name 5 players that have done it. Like, it's
Charlamagne said that. I thought about Jordan, but
not
then
natural at all.
I ignored her.
Jordan wasn't playing at the same time.
Young conversation.
I didn't know. I know that he had played all these sports, but I didn't know that it was at the same time. And even I think I knew about baseball. Being one of the sports.
Bo Jackson, I'm sure. You knew Bo Jackson, right?
I learned a lot about that in this interview. This interview was so good for like the historical context of the careers. Anyway, I was watching that, and then I was thinking about the weekend that Shedeur Sanders and Shiloh had, and they had a great weekend this weekend as well too. But man, the pressure, right? So both of them spoke out post-game. They did their NFL preseason games over the weekend. Great games. They had a lot of support. LeBron James, Jamie Foxx, a ton of people coming out to support them. But let's take a listen to Shedeur Sanders talking about a message to his dad.
Your family's watching at home. Your dad's going nuts on social media. What do you say to him?
Sorry, Pops. I ain't do what I was supposed to do fully. But, we'll live to see another opportunity.
Salute to Shedeur. They knew what they was doing. They put Shedeur on TV. You know what I'm saying? Because I think they said, he 4th on the depth chart? I'm sure he won't be after this week, but he's 4th on the depth chart. And they had him had the game on television. They knew what they was doing.
Oh, 100%.
The number one selling jersey. I was watching it as well. And I love the way he played.
Yeah, 14 completions out of 23 attempts. He threw 138 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 0 interceptions. Now, his brother Shiloh also played as well with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and he wanted to give his dad his jersey because of his birthday. And let's take a listen to Shiloh.
So did Dad say he's gonna? Did you tell him about the jersey? You gonna give it to him? What was his reaction?
He didn't want it.
Why?
Cause he's a Hall of Famer. He expects like 30 times more. He didn't want that jersey. I'm gonna give it to my mom though. No way.
Not even as a birthday gift.
Nah, he don't want it.
No?
I gotta get like 3 picks or something for him to.
Oh my goodness, that is some tough love.
Mm-hmm.
Dion raising them kids like he Nigerian, boy. Okay, you ain't that ain't good enough.
Yeah, Shiloh had a good game too. 37 total snaps, 23 coverage snaps, 0 targets, 1 quarterback hit, 1 tackle. They did well. They did really well.
Dropping the clues bombs for the Sanders boys.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Stay the course.
Well, thank you. That is the latest with Loren. Thank you, Loren.
You're welcome.
And I was in South Carolina all week, right? And a lot of Southern Soul music is providing the soundtrack for South Carolina right now. If you don't know what Southern Soul is, it's music like King George and 803 Fresh. He's giving us a potential song of the year with Boots on the Ground. If you ask me, it is song of the year. But I was in the Low Country this week, and there was a record I keep hearing everywhere from my guy Nephew Jones. Drop on the clues bombs from Nephew Jones. And the song is called My Type of Carrying On. And this record is literally my type of carrying on. Okay, I don't know if they have a dance to it yet, but salute to my guy Nephew Jones. I want to get that on after this station ID plays.
After the top of the hour.
Yes.
I will get that on. The mix is up next. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Hold up. Every day I wake up. Wake your ass up. The Breakfast Club.
Y'all finished or y'all done?